going down? It's your boy Cookbook.
You already know, man. The motherfucker Felipe's Garage Podcast. Conway the Machine.
The butcher coming, nigga.
It's your man Fonte. It's the rapper Big Pooh. We are little brother live in effect, and you are tuned in to Felipe's Garage.
Yo, this is Guy Nigga representing the Boogie Down Bronx, the Digging in the Crates crew, right here on Felipe's Garage. Real hip hop.
Yes, y'all. This is Bravely Lou, rocking with Felipe's Garage.
Tajai from the mighty Souls Of Mischief crew. Hieroglyphics in effect. We doing it big in Felipe's Garage. We got the fire up right quick. Close that garage door.
Yo, this is Locksmith, and right now you're watching Felipe's Garage.
Yo, this is straight live action, General Fever.
Right here, Buckshot, you already know y'all chilling with the illest podcast, Felipe's Garage.
Parking.
DJ here, Fan Crazy Up Productions, won't have a drink chance, and I don't know why I just did Felipe's Garage. I'm out of here.
1 2 1 2 F-E-L-I-P-E-S G-A-R-A-G-E. First of all, this is Felipe's Garage. Felipe's Garage. Hype it up. Second of all, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for tuning in. All the mechanics make some noise for Felipe's Garage.
First of all, welcome to Felipe's Garage, the hottest podcast on these streets. We're not going to waste no time today with announcements. We'll tell the announcements later because we have some prestigious guests with us today. But first of all, it's me, Cookbook. We got my man, King Doctor.
Yo.
And as always, we got my man, E. Green. But as you can see and possibly hear, no Nesto today. That motherfucker's out fighting crime this week, man. He's Batman. He decided to turn into Batman this week. He's out on the streets searching for crime in alleyways and shit. So we had to let him have the night off, man.
Right.
But in his place, we have some wonderful people coming here to represent hieroglyphics, Hyro Day. First of all, repping both sides, Felipe's Garage and Hyro Day, we have the lovely and amazing Candice the Queen. Woo!
Hey everyone!
Yeah. Woo!
Back better than before, as if that was possible. You're looking all glammed up, glam in the face. It's not just an Instagram title.
That's what's up.
Try to live up to it.
Oh yeah, and we got my main man Kyrie now. Say what's up.
What's going on, y'all?
Let him check out the De La haircut and the Rick Ross beard. Yeah, boy. Looking good.
Kyrie.
And a true West Coast living legend, founding member of the Hieroglyphics crew, one of the hardest West Coast MCs ever. Give it up for Tajai, y'all.
Yeah.
One love. Thank you.
Amen.
Yeah, man, we're so honored to have you guys here today. We're excited. We're excited for Hyro Day. We were, I know we're going to get into it. We'll talk about last year and years in the past and stuff. It's really a true honor for us as a podcast and us as just individuals, hip hop fans and participants and all that to be connected to such a great event that goes beyond just the music. And like I said, I know we'll get into all that, but first and foremost, we definitely wanted to say thank you. And it's a real honor and a privilege to have y'all with us here today, man.
No doubt. Thanks for having us, man. We appreciate you guys.
Heck yeah, man. That's what it is, bro. That's what we do, man.
Right. That's right.
Too bad Festo isn't here though, man. I was gonna tell my story, man.
Hey,
say that for next time.
I might have to save it. Yep. I don't know. We'll see.
Fest has his hands full.
I know. I got kids too.
I teach jujitsu, and I teach his son's in my class, and he's a ball of energy, and the daughter is even probably more energetic than the son.
That's
He said he was wrestling alligators earlier, is what he told me.
That sounds about right. I got 2 boys, so I know what it is, and I get the text. See, I got energy, but my wife does not. So whenever I'm out here doing podcasts and bullshit, this music bullshit, I get the text. Oh, you know what your sons are doing right now while you out there playing games? But yo, I
got a grown one.
Oh, okay. So you passed it all already, huh?
Hey man, King's been around. He saw my little man when he was little. Yeah. I mean, my son was raised by some true ones. You know what I'm saying? So
he was raised by hip hop. He was raised by the culture.
The crazy thing about it is that sometimes that can affect a child's growth, but he was able to balance it out. You know what I mean? So he wasn't too mannish or
Yeah.
out of pocket with it. So.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yo, Tajai, whoops, as you take a bite, I'm about to ask you a question. No, I want to know, I want to hear about jujitsu, bro. You teach jujitsu, so I'm assuming that you got to be at least like a black belt, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm just a first degree though.
Just the first degree. That's all.
Registered hands.
I teach kids. I mean, I'm studying to teach adults eventually. That's probably gonna be my retirement plan. Is teach jujitsu on the beach in Panama.
Damn, that's what's up, bro.
That sounds tight.
You know,
you didn't know that Tajai was actually Hiero security. He loss prevention and everything. Don't try to steal nothing from the merch booth. You know what I'm saying? Tajai down.
Yeah.
True story. We can talk about it another time.
Put you in an Americana, you over,
LP,
son.
loss prevention, man.
Yeah. Hey, Taj, you know that I used to train with the Gracies for 2 years.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I do traditional.
Oh, you do the OG, the Japanese style?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
That's dope, man. I never knew that about you, man. That's dope.
That's news.
And you teach kids. How's that?
It's fun. I mean, you concentrate on your form, and it's tough during Zoom because jiu-jitsu is, a touching thing. So it's difficult, but it's fun, and it's keeping the gut down a little bit. I'm still got my runaway cracking, but
Hey, yo, keep it real, Tajai, man. How many 8-year-olds you choked out, man? Tell the truth.
We let them choke each other.
You tell them not to tap. You say you got to pass out, son. Mercy is for the weak.
You know what's weird is, little kids aren't like that. We got a couple who are, got the eye of the tiger, and we train them with the older kids. But the little kids are all kind of nice, so we gotta like act like we're trying to steal their candy or something in order for them to
get hyped up
in a way.
Yeah.
That
candy. Wow, man.
We can never let Cookbook teach jujitsu because the kids would have it bad.
Too much, bro. I was trying to win. I was trying to win too much, man. That's the problem. Why is my kid unconscious?
It's fun, though. I enjoy it. I mean, kids are really. We're in a time where they don't play. Kids don't play outside. They don't ride bikes. They don't do all that stuff that we did. So it's fun to get them just active and excited about it.
Did you say how many years you've been training?
Ooh, 21.
Damn, really? So you really can kick everyone's ass.
Man, you know what? We do what would be more like survival jujitsu, So I always feel really bad after getting into fights because I don't really know much. That's not, like it's not for competition.
Yeah.
So, I get to a certain point. I mean, I've been in, obviously the point of martial arts is not to fight.
Right.
But I've been in certain situations where I just had the guy and I'll be like, hey, dude, like everything else I know after this is going to alter the course of both of our nights and maybe our lives.
Don't do it, bro. You don't want this.
Let's take it, let's shake hands and, no hard feelings. Cause a lot of stuff, none of it is competition. We bite, eye gouge, break things, all that kind of stuff. It's not really for use. But I mean, I feel like, hey, we've never had to have security in the 20, 30 years that we've had to do, be out all over the world. I've never felt like we were not prepared. So
it's because you was putting them all in arm bars.
I thank my teachers,
That's what's up. So Kyrie, you're right, man. No security, bro. He just be arm barring fools. Rear naked choking them out.
And my Secret Service nickname was the bailiff, so I hold it down too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he come with them fists. That's how Kyrie come in.
I mean,
I don't know about all that jiu-jitsu stuff, but I know this.
Brawler.
That's what's up. Yeah. Well, shoot, man, let's get into it, man. We're here to talk about Hiero Day. We're all really excited to hear this new and unique way this year that Hiero Day is being presented. But before we get into this year's Hiero Day and where we're going with it, we got to hear about how this all came about. Like for the one person out there who doesn't know what Hiero Day is and how it all came about. Tajai, is that something you could key us in on? I'm pretty sure you know how Hiero Day was started. If I had to guess, I'd say you might know. So how did you guys get started with it? Yeah.
Well, I keep on saying this. I wish I would remember the email and that address of the fan or whatever who came with the Hyrule Day concept. But somebody either was on our message board or emailed us like, hey, 9/3, September 3rd, should be Hyrule Day every year. And on that day, you should put somebody on the Hyrule, play some music, rep your gear, etc., and represent. And so I talked to Casual about it. And, you know, Kaz is a meta thinker. So he's like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to turn this into a block party. We're going to do something. And the first year was Labor Day. So so 9/3 fell on Labor Day. So we decided to have a block party downtown, and it's grown from a block party to, you know, 5 or 6, about 10 blocks and multiple stages and, you know, kids area. It always had a kids area, but just it just has grown. So it was a fan inspired idea about, you know, centered around the date, and you know, it became what it is now. And, you know, Hyrule means sacred, so Hyrule Day is just a sacred day. So we basically created our own holiday for Oakland, California.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
What year was that, the first one?
2012, the year that the world was supposed to end, but we now know the world ends in 2020. So
it's 2020, yeah.
Or did it?
Oh man, that is so dope. Yeah, I mean, I remember when it started, and like to see how it's grown, and for us to be a part of it last year, where it was a whole weekend, and we did walk away with what you said, saying the word sacred. I find that interesting because it was such a good like pure vibe, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I didn't see any bullshit, no riffraff, no problems at all. It was just like, it was a family environment, no matter who was there. Even if it was just regular people watching, it all felt like a family environment. It didn't feel like, you know, it just felt like all love. Like, it really felt like this is your city and this is your fucking holiday, like you said.
I mean, I think we're really fortunate that we're from a small town that operates like a big town. You know, I mean, Oakland doesn't even have 500,000 people, but, you know, so you stay humble. We keep it family oriented. You know, we're not riding around in Bentleys and Maseratis and all that stuff. You know, it's always been sort of like a hard scrabble kind of, you know, family oriented town. And I think that's what our work ethic as far as Hiero and independent hustle. And I think the holiday represents that too, especially when you add the family day and the comedy and all those different things.
Oh man,
it really just all came together.
Yeah, that was. I mean, we literally, I mean, we went to every single event last year. We didn't miss anything, and it was all such a great experience. I mean, you guys know King E Green.
Yeah.
Let them know what you loved about it, man.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say I just hung out with A+ last Sunday. Exactly a week ago. I was telling him, because I've been up here in Sacramento with my uncle working for him. And I told him I've been up here and experienced it so much that I would really reconsider moving. I mean, I would consider moving up this way, you know, being that there's a lot of work, plus the people that I work with musically are up here. You know, me and A+ got and Pep Love got Ooga Booga and all that crap. So I was what you just said is what encapsulates it for me, because I like, man, I don't know what it is about Oakland, but I love Oakland. Like, I would move to Oakland in a heartbeat, because when we were there and they saw me in motion, you know, walking to the little street food vendors and all that stuff, and all the little hangouts, and like, really enjoyed it. What you just said though encapsulates it. It's a family town. It's a small town that operates like a big city. And those are like the two things that are very important to me. Family is very important, but also being able to be in the mix with something that's great, you know, and capital and feel. You know, I think Oakland encapsulates that perfectly. So
I'm sorry, you good?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd only been to Oakland a couple of times on business, so I'd never been in this capacity. And one of the biggest things that I received was the sense of community. Now, I know that Oakland has a history. I know there's a history there that is not community per se, but when Hyrule Day was taking effect, from the time we touched down, it just all felt like family and community. It was one big an abundance of love, yo. It's people that love
Absolutely.
hip-hop.
Absolutely.
People come together for the cause. It was just a beautiful thing, all of it, the entirety of it. Which brings me to a question, maybe for Kyrie. With Hyrule Day going virtual this year, what can you expect, or what kind of things do you expect after having these incredibly filled streets of people?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just what your guys are tapping on right now it's all about retrospective. People's favorite moments. What stood out most to them. It is a family event. It is a family culture, and I tell you right now, one of my first Hyrule Day was 2014. So I wasn't with Hyrule Day when it first started. I knew about it, but working my 9 to 5. I had to work on holidays and things like that and obligations. But my first opportunity to come down and do Hyrule Day was in 2014. And that was the first thing. What you guys saw is what I saw. And I got misty eye. I'm a tough dude, So, I mean, I got goosebumps. I couldn't believe. Well, like Tajai was like underselling Hyrule Day. He was like, yeah, it's just going to be a few people, a couple things going on. And I had, kind of being modest about it at the same time. Didn't want to scare me off because he probably didn't want me to know what I was getting myself into. But I'll tell you this, man, I was blown away. I was like, I pulled up at 7 o'clock in the morning and already there was trucks up unloading, production, because, all these stages. And I'm like, what am I getting myself into again? But, being the professional that I am, I stuck with it. And let me tell you, throughout the day, I was just blown away by the installations. I mean, we had a skate park. They had a skate competition in the middle of the street with vendors all over the place, the food. I mean, I was a little heavier back then, and I was eating all day. I was trying everything in, all the different types of food, like Asian fusion. There was the fried chicken. I know you guys had some of that last year, and we have repeat. Yeah. The good thing about Hyrule Day is crazy is we have the same people coming back, but we also, get different crowds too. So you'll get your pockets of your, your faithfuls, and then you'll have somebody who's never been to Hyrule Day and is blown away like I was my first time. And then you have people who will show up later on just to check out the headliners and so on and so forth. And then, one of the things also too, we broke a lot of artists. So a lot of artists have gotten their start at Hyrule Day. You talk about Kehlani, I Am Sue, G-Eazy, Anderson .Paak. I mean, who's bubbling right now? Freddie Gibbs is bubbling right now. Not to say we made Freddie Gibbs, but I mean, he bubbled right after Hyrule Day. So it's crazy to see, and all those people come back. That's the dope thing about Hyrule Day. So it's not, we have a revolving door. Some people, might fall off, or they might not be local, or they might have moved away. But there's always, it's always growing, and that's the beautiful thing about Hyrule Day. So even though you might not get the same, 50% of the Hyrule Day crowd from last year was probably brand new. And that's what we're hoping to build on. And, that's the legacy that we're trying to leave. And, this year, obviously, we're not going to be able to bring Hyrule Day, in person, full effect, like we usually do. But we want to be able to make sure that people could, reminisce and kind of, share their memories like you guys did. And last year, you guys came out. And you guys are all over the place. The energy was insane. And the crazy part about it is, I think you guys had to fill in as the referees. That was one of my greatest moments from last year.
That's Green.
Yeah, y'all did that. Man, that was so dope, bro. Like, you came out and refereed the game. You had to keep, keep the peace.
Yeah.
But that was classic, dude. That was like a movie. I swear to God, that was like a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episode.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know.
And let me tell you something about Hyrule Day. It never runs as smooth as it might appear. I mean, dude, we're always constantly running around. I mean, Tajai is at the damn the cash booth, man. He's selling tickets on Hyrule Day every year. Like, I mean, and it's so dope because when the fans get up to the ticket booth and see Tajai and Festo in there, and they're like, "Oh my God, they're actually working." And Tajai have on a staff shirt, and he's running around with the walkie-talkie, and I'm like, man, that is really how we put it down. It's a small knit group. I mean, Candy could contest to that. I mean, we usually roll about 25 deep strong every year, but we have multiple hats we have to wear to make the event happen. But we do it. It's not seamless, but it might come off as seamless because that's just kind of how we kind of make it, disguise what is, how we make it happen. But it's a lot of work that goes into it, a lot of love and commitment and dedication. And for it to work, everybody has to bring their A game.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. That basketball game was so crazy because first, E Green was equipped. He was equipped to be the referee, but whoever put the mic in me and King's hand, the most non-sports, fools.
That was my
bad. Like, yo, touchdown! Like King, I'm like, King, you know what that was? He's like, oh no, just say something. All right, so he just started. Hey, the guy in the shirt made the basket.
Dope, you guys' energy and your personalities and your characters were dope, and we couldn't have made that happen without you guys being a part of that. And you like me, I like to try to be behind the scenes, so I didn't want to do it, and I'm like super sporty dude. I could work for ESPN, I swear to God.
Oh yeah, I didn't even care. I'm like, I don't care. Give me the mic. Let's go. I'll say some.
Touchdown, field goal, run, forward. Tiger Woods, y'all.
From back in the day, we used to hoop a little bit, so there's those days that I had to pull out, but it still wasn't. I felt like this nigga Cook was more polished than I was, because I'm sitting there trying to find the actual words or calls and stuff, and I'm running real slow behind in my brain, so because I'm like, dude, I used to know this like 20 years ago.
You're right. By the second game, you was polished though. Swear to God.
Yeah. We started getting into a little.
Was ready. Yeah, everybody has a warm up.
Yeah.
Kyrie, the other thing that you said that really was making me laugh right now is you was talking about like how good the food is and stuff. So we were running crazy everywhere. Like, so every time we got a chance to eat, we would get food, and somehow Nesto, who's not here because he was filming or whatever, he kept missing the meals. And like, he is not one to miss a meal, bro. Like, you take the food out of his mouth and he just gets grouchier and grouchier. I was feeling so bad. Even at the end of the day, we were waiting in line. I don't even remember what happened. We all got them like those chicken strips or whatever. And then like, he like waited in line, got to end, and they forgot his, and then they closed or something. He just got so mad. He's like, forget it. I was leaving. And he was all every time we turn around, we're just eating like, no, this is great food.
I did see you eating a bunch of food. As a matter of fact, you guys actually hooked me up because it was I was running around all day, and then I think King had this plate that was piled so high. He was like, yo, just take some shrimp, take some chicken. I'm like, cool. I'm like, you all right? You sure you good? I'm like, man. And that was like my only meal for the day, actually.
Wow.
Yeah. One thing is for sure, you guys really, really put in work. I mean, Candice.
Thank you.
You were.
Candy.
We didn't even see her all day, like maybe twice, but not till the very end of the day. We're like, we're gonna have you on the podcast. We're gonna do all this, and she's like, I don't think you are. I'm like, no, don't worry about it. We're gonna do this. You're like, nah, you don't know Hyrule Day, man. Every time I saw you, Candice, you were like sweating and like running around. Like, you guys really worked. So what year did you start working with Hyrule Day, and like what's been your experience with it?
I think my first year volunteering was 2016, and then I came back as a staff member in 2017, and then here I am. But it's funny, like Kyrie mentioning like Tajai working and stuff. Like, I remember like coming in at like 8 a.m. and like Tajai's like setting up the bouncy house, and I was like, oh, okay, it's that kind of festival. Like, this is really cool. And then like it just kind of like built upon that. So like when you guys mentioned like community and things like that, like it's true. Like we're all like, and we all just become like this big family. And thankfully and luckily enough, like I've been able to stick around and be a part of such like an amazing thing. And so yeah. But it's a busy day. I don't get a rest. Kyrie and I rest at the end of the we get a rest at the very end of the day when Hiero goes on. We get a little tiny break, and then it's off to the races again.
Let me tell you a true story. I kidnapped Candy on her first day. 2016, Candy was supposed to only work 4 hours. She probably worked the whole entire day. So she was about to, but that's a testament to her though. And so we ended up having probably double the capacity that year. We were, that was a year too short headline. We had Juvenile. I mean, it was an insane lineup that year. And so we had double the capacity. Like it was so busy. That was the one year that that the fire marshal had to stop letting people in for about 2 hours until people they had to click out a couple thousand people before they could let people in.
Wow.
So when Candy was about to get off, I just so happened to be at the area she was about to go, where she was about to get off, and I was
So
like, "Hey,
happened.
no, it's Johnny on the spot." But so check this out: Candy was about to get off, and I said, "Hey, you don't mind staying a couple more hours?" And a couple more hours ended up being the whole entire day. So that's how Candy. But that's how Candy stood out to me.
Mm-hmm.
After Hyrule Day, we did like a recap on like asking volunteers how things were, and then a lot of other staff members had pointed out Candy's performance, and so I reached out to her after Hyrule Day and just said, "Hey, you know what? Moving forward, I would like to ask you officially, offer you a position with the Hyrule Day staff." And then even that was supposed to be kind of as an assistant role, and she just knocked it out the park. And as you can see, she's here today, and I can't do what I do without Candy. And I get a lot of credit. I get a lot of credit for Hyrule Day and how it runs, but I honestly can't take all that credit, and I always share the love. And I can't say that I wouldn't be successful or the event wouldn't be successful without people like Candy.
Yeah, no, it's so true. And I'm about to brag on Candice too, because I mean, just her like, even it's not a small part, but even when she's only able to participate in a small way with what we do here, it is so like tremendous. And like, she does so much on this end too, man. It like, I can't say enough good stuff about you, Candice.
Yes,
look at don't rush.
A little bit. I mean, like I always say though, I'm only as good as my team, and with both of you, like you make it easy to work with you, and I think that makes it. I always feel super appreciated, and so you make it easy, and I think that's a really what helps in making us such a great team. And I'm really glad that we were able to I was able to merge basically both of my worlds together and create this like larger family and to continue on with this. So
no, it was go ahead.
I'll say the dope thing about the Felipe's Garage thing was it was so just she didn't force it on us. It kind of happened genuinely, kind of we were looking for a partner that what you guys provide last year, and I was just talking to Kenny and just kind of like ranting like, we need somebody with energy, we need somebody who's gonna be about it, and I was rattling all these things off, and then she was thinking about you guys, but she didn't want to be like, she didn't want to just like push it down my throat, and so it really came very generic, but it ended up being the perfect relationship. And so even this year we were planning Hyrule Day with you guys being involved, coming back and being the host of the weekend, but obviously due to circumstances that we all are
a global pandemic, you mean?
Yeah. So,
you might have heard of it.
Don't want to be doom and gloom here,
No, we left saying like, even if they don't invite us back, we sneaking in because we're coming back. We loved it so much. We're
still got that black wristband.
We gonna be like, yo, we the unofficial podcast now, but we here. Can't get rid of
it. Have your lanyards.
Yeah, the last year. I know it says 2019, but don't look at that. We got the credits.
Hey, y'all not the only ones that do that. You guys can come in with the 2012. The 2012 black and white try to get credentials, and we be looking at them like, nah, son, it's 2020, 2019 or whatever year. We'll
try to sharpie in the right year.
Listen, we could do a whole podcast on that, and so we don't want to get away from what we're doing right now. But trust me, we should do a greatest hits Hyrule Day outtakes, and it'd be crazy.
Oh man, well I do want to hear a little bit though about like, just over the years, some of the like favorite moments. I mean, you guys, last year alone, that lineup was crazy. I mean, ridiculous. Yeah. It's unbelievable how many incredible artists you pull. And I know it's pretty much that way every year. So like any one of the three of you, like over the years, like maybe first, any year, like what are some of those standout moments or standout groups or things that you remember, like, that you were real excited about, or, anything. We just want some memories,
I like to say real quickly that what always stands out to me is at the end of the show, Hieroglyphics goes on. And just when, like, if I'm backstage or if I'm on the stage, like on the side with the guys, and I just look out at the thousands and thousands of people, and just the love that the crew commands and how much love they're giving back, it's insane. And it's like, it's really just like, I get emotional every time. And it's just crazy to see that this started as, like Tajai said, just an idea from a fan, and it turned into almost a movement. It's part of the culture now, and it's not just the Bay Area. Like I said, people are traveling from Southern California. Like we had to get hotel partners last year because so many people coming in from out of town, and that was the first time we set that up on our website for people to have places to lodge and things like that. So it's just at the end of the day, because I don't really get a chance to really soak up what's going on throughout the day, but at the end, I could take it all in and kind of look back, and reflect at the crowd and the guys too. Tajai is starting at 7 a.m. just like all of us, and he has to perform at the end of the day. So and like he's helping set things up because he's very, he's the architect. I don't know if you guys know that, but Tajai is very hands-on, and he got the toolbox. He'll pull it out in a minute, fix something, and something has at the stage go down. He's one of the guys that's trying to fix it. This is true stuff. He even changed my tire at the end of Hyrule Day last year.
Damn, son.
I swear to God, it's like 11 o'clock at night. Before I went back to the hotel, Tajai's changing my tire. This is real stuff, man.
All trades.
Hey, well, you know what, Tajai? I ain't been putting you on blast because I know you've been eating that chicken, but I see
I'm done.
So I want to hear from you too, man. What's some of your your moments, some things that stand out to you from over the years?
I can say who I've been excited for, but I will be honest. I probably have seen about 3 or 4 performances all in the entire time.
I'm sure.
But I'd say, Dead Prez, Yo-Yo gave a really good show.
Nice.
MC8. Juvenile, just seeing Juvenile in Oakland and nobody getting stabbed, you know what I'm saying? that was cool. Last year, Benny and Conway and
man.
Flick and Count Bass D and Sugar Free gave a crazy show, so it's so much, but unfortunately, not unfortunately, it's my choice. I don't get to see much of the show because we're doing the clerical and sort of the work part of it. But anytime, walking through, I would say that walking through and just seeing everybody being happy and having a good time. Like Oakland wasn't allowed to have shows for a long time because of the violence, from probably in the days when Cash Money was big. So what's that, big early 2000s?
Yeah.
Until Hyrule Day, really, we weren't able to have stuff. and even before that, it was like only at the Coliseum. They shut down the festival at the lake probably when I was 18 or 19. So we haven't been able to have anything for probably 15, 20 years before this. And so it's really cool to now be in a city where they're open to, and be of the age where I think our fans and what we represent, we're something, people are respectful because they know our story and what we represent, but then also to be able to bring artists who, you think of Benny the Butcher or Short or MC8 or Yuck and Pete Rock, all that kind of stuff. You can still bring the street stuff, but have them come to our zone. So we're not worried about any street stuff happening off the stage.
No, that's a beautiful thing. You definitely from even just what we saw of you personally and how you work, man, you were everywhere. We would just be kicking it, interviewing someone, just turn, there goes Tajai just behind us. Everybody okay? You good? It's like, there he is, just ready to go. But you were moving all around there, man. So that's really dope that you guys are so hands-on. And it's felt like that too, all the fellas, you guys were working all day and then jumping on stage at the end too. So that's a good testament to what I was going to say. 2 things. One, about you guys bringing the live music back to Oakland like that. And it's almost like hieroglyphics is becoming kind of like classic rock bands in the sense that you have people who love the Rolling Stones, right? Then they start taking their kids to Rolling Stones concerts. And then the kids start loving Rolling Stones. And then the grandkids, that's kind of what y'all are building right now. You know what I mean? You have your fans that have legit kids that are like teenagers and some even 20, you know, and they're all rocking with y'all, and that's dope. You're contributing to creating some true hip hop longevity, not just with the show, but with like your music too. That's really dope.
Yeah, we've been really fortunate in that respect, and I think you got to think about it like somebody who started listening to us at our age. You know, I mean, I listen to new hip hop all the time. You know, is now, you know, approaching, if not in their 70s. You know what I mean? So they probably got kids that are our age that are into it, who probably introduced them to us. Then they probably got grandkids who are grown and even great grandkids. You know,
exactly.
So it's really a trip, man.
And they're coming to Hyrule Day. That's what I'm saying. You got the kids section, you got this, so because it's a family event, it creates that longevity for
something for everybody.
Yeah, for you guys, but also for hip hop. Like you're literally helping to like stretch the age range of hip hop by doing this event. And by doing it
but it's unprecedented too, though. Like hip hop is what the newest music, right? I mean, we could say maybe EDM or something like that, but as far as just a whole genre, you know, hip hop is new. So we're just now approaching that age where that's even possible.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, rock and roll has been around for, you know, it's almost a century, you know, and the blues even longer and stuff like that. So it's cool to be part of that and still be considered like cool and hip to the young people. I mean, my daughter performed at one of the Hyrule Days, and that was cool too. And her style of music is completely different, you know. But it's just cool to be not accepted, but just like for people to at least understand the quality of what we do, even if it's not their thing. And then also to be able to give other people a platform who do something completely different than us.
Yeah.
Jump in on that right there, because the platform that you guys have held for this long time, lovely. We talk about community and stuff like that, right? So I know you guys have a couple of things that you're working on, like the Hiero Foundation, Akira's book club, Cuddle Up and Read, Tools for School. Talk to us about that, like those things you have going on in the community.
Kyrie, you want to talk to? You want me?
Yeah, I got it. So initially, every like we said, every year, part of Hyrule Day, we have something for the children. We have a children's, like a kids zone, so to speak. And Akira's book club is a foundation that Tajai's mother started with Tajai's youngest daughter, Akira. And we usually have like book readings. We have she does books on literacy for children. You know, the kind, you know, basics, starting off reading. Then, you know, she has like a animated movie to go along with the books. So that's what initially started with Akira's book club. Now, Hiero Foundation is it's a new branch of the Hiero vehicle. I always say it's the three branches of Hiero. So you have the Hyrule Day, you have the Hieroglyphics Imperium, which is the record label and the clothing brand, and now we have the foundation, which is our community involvement branch of the company. And we ultimately are about mentorship, leading the right, setting the right path, right direction, kind of giving back the tools that we have to give, share secrets and share our success, and be able to because you have to pass the torch eventually, and we want to basically use this new vehicle to be able to reach the young up and coming artists. It doesn't have to be rappers per se, musicians per se, but we also just want to be able to guide and mentor in that aspects. Now with the foundation, what we're doing right now with the Akira's Book Club, we have some great partners. So Akira's Book Club is one of them. We also have the Kim Caldwell Show and Liv Ampsby. And what we did with Cuddle Up and Read is this past winter is we did like a give back to displaced families, whether they're in shelters, whether they're homeless. And what we wanted to do is Cuddle Up and Read is what we gave essential products. So like blankets, clothing, books, toiletries, and like a care package for 50 families. And we also gave them a $50 Safeway grocery card. And so that was our first campaign together, and it went so successfully that we decided to do another event with them. Now, granted, you have to mind you, we were initially supposed to do it on a bigger platform, but COVID hit, and so we weren't able to do the the event that we wanted to do. So we still set it up. We did social distancing. We had the 50 families come out and pick up their packages at one of the elementary schools in Oakland. And we're planning on doing the same thing this year for Hyrule Day on Labor Day. That morning at 10 a.m., we're going to basically give school back to school supplies. As you know, not everybody can afford to some families depend on schools to give school supplies. So a lot of kids don't have the pencils and paper and pens and highlighters to do their homework because a lot of kids go to school and that's probably the only meals they're getting. That's probably the only way they're able to have supplies, pencils and paper and so on and so forth. So what we wanted to do, because the Oakland School District is doing distance learning this year, we wanted to be able to help out in that capacity and make sure that children who don't have those essential, supplies are basically making sure we're able to help them out in that capacity.
Man,
right.
That's tremendous, bro. I love that, like, and how you described it as like a third like section of the business and how important that is. And it all kind of goes towards what we were just talking about, like as far as your legacy and what you're building that's crossing generations. With the pandemic and with everything that's going on, that is a need that people forget about, like simple things like pencils or whatever. Like I even seen a post today, like these two little girls were sitting outside of a Taco Bell so that they could use the Wi-Fi. Like many things we don't think about when school shut down. Mm-hmm. So for you guys to be doing that, I think it's an incredible thing. But let's talk about actually Hyrule Day this year, because we know it's not happening on the streets. And we're doing it different this year. So could you tell us about like how it's going to be done, how people can see it, what's the lineup, like what's happening this year? Like break it down a little bit for the people.
You want to go to you?
I mean, so really what we're doing is a retrospective, and we're doing basically the greatest hits, like people reminiscing. Just we've been filming since the beginning of it. We got a guy, Shamari Smith, who actually filmed the Till Infinity movie, which was a Souls of Mischief documentary on the making of 93 Till Infinity. So he's been documenting all this. So we're gonna give a teaser and a taste of some of what he's been doing, and basically we've been talking to our fans and to Hiero, etc. And we're gonna just do a retrospective on the past. We're up to 8. This would be number 9. Hyrule days, and we'll probably be hanging out in some chat room or something as well, kind of like a backstage type thing. And there'll be past performances, there'll be interviews, there'll be shout outs and all that kind of stuff. So we want people to check it out, see if they pop up, see what it's all about, and really just regroup and get ready for something bigger and better next year. But we didn't want to do something where we didn't want to do. We looked into all the options. Like we thought about doing one for social distancing. It doesn't really work for what we're doing. It's hip hop, it's interactive. Right. Yeah. We want the people in the back to feel like the same way the people in the front feel, and be able to jump and interact. And then we thought of doing some virtual live shows, and this, I think it's the same thing. It's just like it's almost like how the Hoopers are playing in the bubble right now, and they're like it's not the same as playing in front of a crowd. I would rather just regroup, gather all our forces, and have, hopefully if this blows over, Hyrule Day number 10 be one of the biggest ever, and crazy lineup, rides, all the stuff that we want, rather than try to do something sort of half-hearted during this pandemic. So I think we found a happy medium, and I think that the people are going to be able to, who haven't come, are going to be able to reminisce and be like, oh yeah, that year was sick. I remember that and this and that. And I think the people who have never been to Hyrule Day before, this is new, will be able to see what it's all about and get excited for next year.
Yeah, like a really dope big commercial in a way. For
this is a commercial for 2021, basically Hyrule Day 10. And at the end of the day, like Tajai said, it's like we basically have we have a lot of reminiscing. We have some great shout outs. We have a lot of, we do actually have some 2020 content, not necessarily in the form of performances, but as far as, look back, The guys got together, did a Zoom, and they gave their perspective on Hyrule Day, their greatest moments, their favorite moments, what it means to them, and so we all did that. And like I said, what might be old to some it's going to be new. This is going to be a new production. Like it's going to be a lot of footage that no one's ever seen. It's footage that I've never seen before, and so I got a taste of it today, and I was blown away with the first 30 seconds. Blown away. First 30 seconds.
So where can we go? Like, is it on Labor Day? Give the information so people can tap in.
Right. So basically, what people want to do is they're going to want to go to the Hyrule Day website and get the information. We're going to post it. We're going to put it up tomorrow.
Okay.
So we're going to post it. It'll be on all our social media. So at Hyrule Day, at Hyro Imperium, at the Real Hyro. All of our social medias are going to launch it tomorrow. But the main Hyrule Day website will have the links to where to go.
Okay.
And so right now we got a couple of options. I don't want to spoil it right this second. But if you have everybody go to the Hyrule Day website, www.hyroday.com, you'll get all the information. And then also don't forget at Hyrule Day on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. The Real Hyro crew on Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff.
Nice. Well, that would lead me to my next question. Word. Given everything that's happening and everything that you guys just spoke of and mentioned, lady and gentlemen, where do you see the future of Hyrule Day going? What does Hyrule Day look like in the future? And that's including giving all things considered.
Well, what's crazy is one of the things that we didn't really put on full display this year is that we partnered with Marketing and Guerrilla Union. And they're now part of the Hyrule Day brand in the team. And we're going to build it out. We're going to be doing events throughout the year. Not only are we going to be doing Hyrule Day with Guerrilla Union and Marketing, but we're also looking at bringing different installations throughout the year. We already had another event that we started doing called Hyro After Dark. We want to throw in something around the 420. We want to start doing things throughout the year. So we won't necessarily hit you hard every single month. We don't want to get you guys, we don't want to tire people out, but we definitely are doing some great things with those guys. And I don't know if you guys are aware who Marketing are. They're a big production company up here in the Bay Area, and Guerrilla Union, rock the bells, pay dues, the Cypress Hill Smokeout. So you guys know how they got down, and now they're part of making sure that the Hyro engine, the Hyrule Day engine, is at full steam. And we looking forward to bigger and greater things moving forward. Once we get through this situation that we're currently in.
Wow. That sounds really dope. Do you guys, I don't know if you, are you guys going to continue to do like the 4-day actual Hyrule weekend, or you don't know yet?
We've got a lot of options now. So I think we're thinking about doing one in Northern California, one in Southern California. So Hyrule Day weekend will be
Hyrule Day LA.
We have probably the family day, and then we have maybe the Sunday might be in LA, and the Monday in the Bay. I love make this the whole weekend crack off, and I think we need to include the comedy, just comedy, underground food, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we still do that.
And
the silent disco still.
Oh man, they was making fun of me, Kyrie, because man, I hit the silent disco like a fool, boy.
I was right there. I was right next to you. I remember.
Everybody was looking at me like, damn, Cook, what happened, bro? I was like, yo, I got kids. I ain't been out like this in a long time. Bro. I just got lost in the crowd, man. I was just dancing. I was gone, bro. That was so fun, man.
Yeah.
It's funny because we talked about expanding so many times, and for it to actually come together last year, it was super dope because we've been, all the things that we're talking about. Doesn't everything that's on the chalkboard don't always make it to the production. As you already know, as all you former or current musicians out there. But so we have a lot of ideas about concepts that we want to do, and for it to come together last year was super dope. And like I said, you guys' energy, you guys are bouncing off off of each other. I mean, like you guys gave last year's. I mean, honestly, I don't think last year's weekend would have been as successful if you guys wasn't a part of that.
Wow.
Sure.
Wow.
Well,
no, that's
you're
real
saying.
talk. I mean, because we was really, kind of doing it on the fly. Like, hey, this was silent disco. We heard about it before, and this kind of, and then we ended up having Josh Siri, which is Tajai's daughter. She was one of the MCs, and she has a huge. She's one of the DJs. She has a huge following. But we were smart to have different DJs, and they all brought their own crowd, so it all came together. Yeah, and I was like, man, this really works out. And then that was day one. Like you said, then we had the 45 sessions. We had the comedy night. I would love to continue those original events. And like Tajai said, we might throw in a LA and and make it.
Come on.
Just really wig it out. You know what I mean?
Come through. I'm down. We out here in LA ready for that, boy. That's so dope. Yeah, because I mean, like going out there for me, like I hadn't toured in a couple years, so I know not all the artists, but I knew a lot of people. So it's like almost like a reunion for me to like, oh, what's up? Like we were in the comedy thing. Oh shit, Medusa's right there. What's up, girl? I haven't seen her in a long time. Like it was like that the whole weekend, and I love that. So if you guys are bringing it to LA too, damn, bro. Like, how can I be down?
We'll find a way. We'll find a way.
Hell yeah, man. Well, you already know that's how it is with us. Once we did it last year, we're like, whatever you guys need, like, we'll do it. We're down. We'll be promoting this year. And Tajai, like you were saying right now, that you have so many options. And I was just thinking, like, whatever you believe about everything happens for a reason or whatever, but put it, it really does seem like you guys built it. You did the weekend last year. It was a huge success. Now you do get a chance to do this really cool, like retrospective thing that's setting you up for 2021 and the 10-year. How much perfect could it have been? Like imagine you're planning a big 10-year thing in this COVID shit. It's like, it just seems like it's actually falling into place, like almost like you guys planned it that way. You know what I mean?
I mean, we're fortunate that it worked out that way. And then 2021 is 20 and 21, right? So it and it's the 10th, so I'm hoping we can get like a Hiero versus Wu-Tang, or you know what I mean, or get Eminem to come out or something, like something crazy. I don't mean, just something ill that sort of is a big achievement,
Yeah. What do you think about that, E-Green?
I think you'll be very happy.
With an Eminem appearance?
No. I'm asking about your feelings, not mine.
It would be very nice to be in that presence.
Shit, man. Look, man, I don't know if you got the budget for it, man, but if you got enough money, man, you might get an LA Symphony reunion. I'm just saying, man.
That would be
it could happen.
That'd be
wild. And the whole crew, that'd be ill. We should do that.
We talked about doing one. I wanted to do all the crews, man. So if we could get TDE, Juice Crew,
let's go.
You know what I'm saying? No native tongues, Duck Down, like all the crews.
Dungeon Family,
all the crews. I mean, because that's we usually have about 30 acts. We have 5 or 6 crews, and we got the whole lineup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But something where it's just all the crews. But that might be a different event. That might be,
You might have to call that something.
I don't know.
Convention, something.
Something different.
Secret Wars or something like that.
See, with that, even that, we were talking about that too. What was the other one? Was like Marvel team ups or something like that, where we would have like how we had Pete Rock and Yuck Mouth last year, or Black Thought came with the live band by himself and all that kind of stuff. Like doing the different team ups too. It's so many ways, but I think that's really the appeal of Hyrule Day is we're not trying to do the usual suspects every year. Like we have a different lineup we have the same DJs and all because it's it's a family thing. But as far as the lineups, we want it always to be like, whoa, this is crazy, because I think that's what kills a lot of these bigger festivals. I mean, you look at a lot of festivals that are out, and it's like, it's to be expected. Like when you see the lineup, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, of course. That's just like last year or the year before. So and I mean, but it would be also nice to do a best of too, where we bring back Anderson .Paak, and we bring back Kehlani, and we bring back Benny the Butcher, or get the whole Griselda. There's so many options that I think we can keep doing it for a while, and because we're not genre specific, we're not even necessarily hip hop specific. I think that we can keep appeasing all all the different age groups and scenes without having to pander to everything and without having it be like schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was definitely a broad spectrum of artists like last year and every other year before that. But you're right, it doesn't feel like, oh, look at these motherfuckers. You know, like it's like, nah, this feels right. Like having like these different broad spectrum of artists playing together. It's just how it's set up and how it's presented, and you guys present it in the right way, and everybody's like, yeah, let's go see Juvenile, and then we'll go see, you know, Living Legends or whatever. You like, and it's all the same to people, you know, and that's a good thing too. Again, I know I keep harping on it, but like being that bridging another gap there between different age groups and different styles too, it is a really good thing, I think.
I want to say this in the full meaning of these words I'm about to say. Like for real, I am honored to be a part of this, man. I would be a guy picking up potato chip bags to be a part of this, but to be and you know, a part of it, like right there with you, yo, it is like super and super honor for me.
Yeah,
man. Well, we appreciate y'all, man. Like for real. I mean, that's why. I mean, like Kyrie wasn't just saying that because we on the show. Like y'all really kept it lit last year. Because I think also the other part of Hyrule Day is the people, you know. And it seemed like you were interviewing people and interacting with them, and everybody felt like a part of it. I'm saying as far as the families that came out, the fans that came out, and then you know y'all were at the 45 sessions. Y'all were at everything. So it was almost like we had like a news crew kind of spreading good news around. So man, we appreciate y'all for real. Thank you.
Yeah, that's kind of how we stepped into the role, Tajai. Yeah, it's like, well, we in our minds saw it that way. Like, yeah, we're here doing the podcast, but we're kind of like on location, getting the news, you know, covering everything. And you know, me personally, I know we did the best we could, but we were like, man, we hope they like it. Like, just as fans,
it's true.
We were like,
you're
man,
right.
We're
like, all right, we got to. More just keep going, run. We were sweating all the time.
Man, we started fires we had to put out. Yeah.
Why you think Nesto didn't eat on Hyrule Day, bro? He was running to the stage to record y'all. He was like, all right, I guess I get no chicken nuggets.
Well, the secret is nobody gets to eat on Hyrule Day, so he fit right in with
he fit right in, bro.
Like, we don't eat until midnight. But truthfully, like, you all really just like mesh well and you fit in perfectly with the way we do things. And I think that just is a testament to who you all are as Felipe's Garage, and it really just made like the best little family.
Candice tweeted all mushy, didn't she? Just made it just like that sweet little family. The mom.
Is there anything that we missed or that we didn't talk about that you guys want to make sure that people know going into next Monday and all of that, and you know that we didn't talk about? We want to make sure we cover everything.
I'm gonna be hanging out probably after on Instagram. I'm Rap Noir, RAPNOIR on Instagram. So I'll probably be hanging out and chilling. I got a new album coming out with the Architect, you know, Tajai and the Architect. Got a new album called Black Tech coming out, and I got a new single with I got G-Rap on the B-side, so I'll probably premiere that and, you know, show some videos from the record. Just chilling, but I mean, I wanted people to know that, like, I'm gonna be chilling after Hyrule Day. I'm gonna watch the show with everybody else, and then I want to get feedback and sort of kick it with those who want to hang out. So that'll probably be at around probably 6:30 to 7:30, just on Instagram Live, you know. Premiere some music.
Hey, Tajai, get your shit off, man. Let them know. Go ahead. Self promote. Let them know.
Listen,
watch out
it's
the
blapping.
new album.
Hey, yo, why don't you tell them your jiu-jitsu website too, man? Get some more customers, man.
It's Tetsunami, TETSUNAMI, like Iron Wave, tetsunami.com. So if you want to do some Zoom classes, if you want to get in shape.
I love it, man.
You want to learn how to gouge a cool eye out every now and then, you know what I'm saying?
I like your style, Tajai. That's what's up.
And one plug I want to mention is I want to make sure that people know where they could donate for our tools for school.
Yes.
And that's at akirasbookclub.net.
Okay. We'll put all this in the description too, so people can
Yes. Yeah, I sent you everything. So yeah, like I said, akirasbookclub.net, which is www.akirasbookclub.net. And once again, everything helps. You know what I mean? So we just want to make sure that we do this for the kids. You know, make sure that they could get those essentials so they can get their learning. You know, they distance learning. You know, it's already probably hard for them to stay focused and attention spans. I know if I was at home back then, I wouldn't have made it. You know what I mean? I'll be all over the place. But you know, it's hard enough for these parents that to keep their kids, you know, in line and making sure that they're learning. You know, so all you guys with little kids, you know, young kids.
I'm at the crib now, boy. I got 2 boys that are bouncing off the walls trying to get them to watch a Zoom call for 3 hours a day. It's like, it ain't easy.
Put them in Tajai's class and let them burn that energy off.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Hey, Candice, you want to promote your cat? Because I've been seeing it walking around the whole time. This is my cat. You can find him on Instagram.
I actually got, you can. But actually, I got him during Hyro Day last year, like the week before Hyro Day. So it's only right that he made his appearance. His name is Meowlo Ren. And he's bad.
Meowlo Ren. I love it.
Hey, hold on. Tajai stunting on him with that Hyro ring.
He is, boy. He's stunting hard right now.
I got something to stunt on y'all. Hold on. Check this out. I want to see if y'all check it out. Let me see if you guys can see this. Let me see.
What are we about to see? What is it?
What?
He's moving around his house, y'all.
Usually this never works out well when a dude does this on video.
Check this out. I don't know if y'all can see that bad boy. Nah, that's Superion.
Yes, Superion.
Oh, that's Superion.
Check this out. Hold up. Y'all hear that?
Yes. Transform into Superion.
Yeah, 22 inches of Superion right there, you know?
Who makes $600? Nice.
Hold on. I'll be right back. I have something better. I'll be right back.
Now we all just stunting, right?
Nah, that's by Zeta Toys.
Zeta.
Tajai. Yeah. It's your daughter that's named Akira?
Yeah.
Is it after Akira?
Yeah, I mean, but also it means afterlife in Arabic, Akira, and then you know, my grandma's Japanese. My mom was born in Japan, so Akira is like a Japanese name. It means like intelligent too. So you know, she's my little scientist, little science project too. She's cool.
Oh wow! Look at Candice coming back as a transformer.
You beat
Oh, we definitely got to post the YouTube video this week, boy.
What day does it air?
It drops on Thursday.
Okay, word. Make sure you send us all the links so we can watch it. And we also make sure we can shout you guys out as well.
Of course. Man, we really appreciate having you guys come on here with us. I mean, and spending all this time.
I'm gonna send you some videos that I got in my phone from my collection. I own the whole entire G1 collection.
Oh wow!
Nice.
Me and Kyrie, we're about to build Cybertron. We're about to, you know, I'm gonna use some of my architectural skills. We're gonna build Cybertron, and
that's what's
man,
crazy.
Like a walk through Cybertron.
Right now, our listeners, you know, they're called the mechanics. The mechanics are going nuts because this podcast is all about hip hop and nerd shit. And you guys are talking that good nerd shit right now. Like, yes, my favorite rapper is talking about Cybertron right now. Like, they loving it.
And dude, I mean,
they got a song called Cybertron is ill. Super ill, casual. Yeah.
Well, I gotta throw my ring in the hat. Come on and join me, Tajai, with your young.
Oh, he got that.
Yeah, I got the Voltron. Yeah, he's got the Ultra, man. This is how we click up every time me and Tajai come face to face.
That's how it should be.
Well, shoot, man. We appreciate you guys again.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for coming on, and also thanks for having us to be a part of Hyro Day. You know, Hyro Day till we old and gray. What's up?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I want to be that 70-year-old dude. Like, I used to listen to Hyro when I was young.
Hey, did you see those cats last year that was out there? That was boogieing out there last
year. Yeah, they were popping.
They was doing it.
It was good. It was really good, man.
Yeah, I was hot at some situation. I saw them and they calmed me the fuck down. I was like, look at these niggas. You right there, you was right there.
I was right there. Yeah.
Yep. Well, man, thank you guys again, and we're definitely going to be promoting all week on our Insta and our platforms and stuff. And we'll be tuning in.
Yeah,
I appreciate y'all, man.
Send that out to us as well, so we can make sure we spread the love.
100%. And too bad Nesto missed it. Too bad.
Nesto, where you at?
I know.
He's saving the world, though.
He's saving the world.
He's saving the world.
He's
He's
out
saving
saving
the children. He's
Yeah.
saving the children for real, for real.
Yep.
Yeah. So shout out to him, man.
Word up.
Well, again, thank you guys, man. We won't hold you up anymore, but we really, really, really appreciate you guys coming through, man.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
It was good to see you all.
One love, y'all.
See you again soon.
One
All
love.
right, peace. Word.
Night.
Bye.
Peace out.
Yeah, boy. Look at Kyrie like, oh, just chill.
Oh, nigga.
Just chill.
Oh,
It's like I ain't leaving. He was like,
I'm in this bitch.
and he was just looking at us.
What y'all gonna
What
say?
y'all? Oh, you think I'm leaving? Check this out. This is my podcast now. Look at me. Look at me. This is my podcast now.